lessons my rich dad gave me, and it was called the cash flow quadrant. And what my rich dad explained to me is that there's four people in business. One are E's, employees. S stands for small business, self-employed, or specialist. B stands for big business, and I stands for investor. And the thing of note here is that most people who go to school are programmed for the E and the S side. For example, it was my poor dad who always said to me, son, go to school so you can get a nice, safe, secure job. And so my poor dad wanted me to be an employee. And since the time I was a kid, get a safe, secure job, steady paycheck, and benefits. Okay? I didn't want to be an employee. And I said, Mom and Dad, I want to be a rich man. And I fight with my dad. So my mother finally said, son, if you want to be rich, my mother was a registered nurse. And she said, if you want to be rich, the richest people I know are doctors. So my mom wanted me to come over here, be a specialist or a small business person. I said, there's only one problem with that, Mom. Doctors are really smart. And she said, you got a good point there. I'm not going to be a doctor. So I went to school. I have a Bachelor of Science degree. I can drive ships and I can fly planes. I flew for the Marine Corps. But I've never used any of that education because I wanted to become a business owner. So it was my rich dad who basically said to me, become a business owner and learn to be a professional investor. So one of the big differences here between these people is that it's called taxes. See, in 1943, in the U.S., the federal government passed a law that said employees had to pay tax before they got paid. So when you get your paycheck from your employer, you open it up, and voila, the government's always taken a sizable chunk of it. And the harder you work and the more money you make, the more money they take from you. So that's why it's not that good to be an employee, because you can never get ahead, because the more you work, more money you make, the greater they pay in taxes. Now, the doctors and lawyers and attorneys, accountants were all laughing, saying, oh, these guys, they're getting paying a lot of taxes. So naturally, the federal government changed the laws again. So in 1986 in the U.S., a thing called the 86 Tax Reform Act, and it basically took a lot of the benefits away from people who are self-employed, small business, doctors, and lawyers. So today in America, unfortunately, these guys pay the highest percentage in taxes. It is tragic. And a lot of people think they're investors, but what they're really doing is they're just giving their money to people like mutual funds, companies, and all that. So they're investing, but they're not really investors. See, the big tax breaks are on this side. The laws are pretty tight here, but this area is very, very gray. So by being a business owner on the right-hand side of the quadrant, you can make a lot more money and pay a smaller percentage of taxes legally. And the key word is legally. In the investor quadrant, it is possible to make millions of dollars and pay 0% taxes legally. But you've got to know the difference. So one of the beauties of business for the 21st century is it allows people to make the transition from the E and the S side to the B side especially. And so you can become a big business owner. And the difference between S and a B, small business and big business, is most of these guys can't quit working. Most small business owners, if they stop working for more than a month, the business collapses. They don't really have a business. Most of these people own a job. So the beauty of business for the 21st century, it allows these people to make the transition to the B side so that you don't have to keep working hard for money, and the money can actually come in passively. Then once you have your business up and running, then I always recommend you then begin investing with your excess cash, paying less and less in taxes. And that's the reason the rich are getting richer.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex Rodriguez, and I wanted to share this video with you guys because first of all, it's really important information. It's information that really makes you think and makes you ask yourself, what side of the quadrant am I in? What side of the quadrant have I been raised to be in? But most importantly, what side of the quadrant do I want to be in? That's the question right there. What side of the quadrant do I want to be in? Do I want to be an employee all my life? Do I want to be self-employed all my life? Because realistically, if you think about it, if you're self-employed, or if you're an employee, you're gonna have to pretty much retire at 62. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to retire at 62. I'd like it to retire at a young age. And I mean, who doesn't, right? But then again, who wants to work towards that? Who wants to put the work in to be able to have this dream of being able to retire at a young age and be able to travel or be able to do whatever it is that you want to do or accomplish in your life? Who's willing to do that? But then, well, what you're probably asking yourself is, well, how do I do it? How do I change from being an employee or for being self-employed to being on the better side, which is the big business and investor side? Well, I have good news for you. I found a company, Empower Network, that, I mean, this company is honestly the best company, best opportunity that I've ever come across. Um, I'm honestly the type of person that never would have thought I'd be doing like a video or stuff like this. I really wouldn't have ever considered it before, but it's because I didn't know of the opportunity. Now I'm doing it because I know that even though I'm learning right now, and even though I'm not that good at doing videos and this type of stuff, that I'm going to get better at it because, I mean, practicing something and putting the work in to whatever you put your mind to just makes you better. So the point in this video is, if you want to find the way to change from being on the side of the quadrant that you don't want to be in to the better side, then you want to click on the link below. Trust me, you want to click on the link below and your life will change. This company, I mean, it is doing so well, and just click on the link below. Trust me. And I'll see you on the other side.